I've been telling you to be brave with new languages and new foods. Now it's my turn to be brave. In this series of lessons, I will look for the language of my German grandparents. Where in the world did it go? No one in my family speaks it anymore. First, I stop into a German sausage and meat market, one of the very few places in Indiana where you can find real, true German food. I ate some weird German food when I was growing up, and I loved it. Other people won't touch it. In Klaus's market, I find a lot of things I'd rather not even think about. But I must be brave and try something. When it's time, I get some strips of sausage that Klaus calls jerky. It doesn't taste like jerky to me. It tastes like something with a paper wrapper on it. Ever chew a piece of candy with a wrapper that won't come off? Then you know what I mean. To my surprise, I ended up loving the jerky as much as a dog that you'll see. Since I don't tell you later, I'll tell you now. After trying a few pieces of the jerky, I couldn't quit eating it. At first I hated it. Then I absolutely loved it. I was glad I had been brave. Klaus's German sausage and meats. What are you going to get here? Hey, let's go in and find out before this place closes. These people speak the language that my grandparents spoke. We're in the store now. And one of the Klauses is talking to a customer about how to properly store their meat, whether it's still good.
It was probably Thursday or Friday, actually. Usually it should be. It's Friday, Thursday or Friday. Yeah. Yeah, I'll have, let's see, I'll have 4 of your Cajun sausages. Cajun, I think it is.
I bet I'm in your way now, aren't I?
No, not my way. He's
I'm not in his way.
Nope, you're fine.
What is your name?
My name is Klaus.
How would you say your whole name in German?
With last name, Klaus Muth.
Oh, you mean your first name is Klaus?
Yep.
First, before I forget, would you do me a favor and count to 10 in German?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
You come from the land where my grandparents were from, and they all spoke German, but they came from Prussia, northeast Germany, I guess. Would they have spoken the kind of German you speak?
Probably with a different dialect.
Could you understand each other easily?
Yeah.
Do most people in Germany speak more than one language?
The younger generation, yes. The older ones also, but mostly younger ones, they learn it in school. Right after 5th grade is when we start. And it just depends then on the individual. English is the first language, then Spanish, French, Latin.
What is so special about German food, a German meat market? And Klaus has told me that you have to have a master's degree to open a store like this in Germany to be able to... What is it you have to know?
The whole beginning from the process through making the sausages, the selection of the meats for whatever you like to use for sausages, for roasts, to tell customers which cut is the best for, like for sauerbraten or for rouladen. Also for sausage wise, then what kind of they like, or if they like to have happy, medium, spicy, and from that point on. And then also with the lunch meats, and then mainly to select the meats for the different products.
In other words, there's a lot to know. What is it that people don't know?
There are always some things that you get asked. And but it's with every profession, so it's just a learning process.
You were telling me that in Germany you have to have, there's a law that says you have to have your meats just right. You can't have any additives in them.
Yeah, that's right. And you are not supposed to put any, there's like a purity law on it, that it's all meat and spices and nothing else than like cornmeal or starch in there. It has to be everything from meat.
So if people came to a real German meat market like yours, which is the only one I know of, what would be the difference between this real German meat market and another one that they might have gone, that is a regular meat market they would have gone to?
We smoke and cure and smoke all our own meats there, and also on the sausages, and you probably do not find any Frankfurter's smoked Kielbasa, smoked Cajun there, lunch meats, and you will have more just of the meats and like pork chops and different cuts then. Probably bacon, fresh sausages, what you find there, like fresh Italian, and with us everything is spiced differently.
What would you say about spices? Is German food hot? Like people usually think Mexican food is hot?
No, our food is more well seasoned, but not hot.
Okay. Now what about sauerkraut? We always hear about German sauerkraut, and I see over here, I see some sauerkraut. Well, what do you do with it in Germany?
We cook it and have it as a side dish, not
By itself?
not by itself, with roasts, mainly with smoked pork chops, also with the sausages, but otherwise, and as a main dish with mashed potatoes and a nice pork chop with it.
Do Germans eat warm potato salad?
Not me in person, but there's a few, and it's many people say this is something real German, but I don't think so. There's quite a few things what people think that it's real German, but it's not.
Well, I don't think it is. When I went to Oldenburg, Indiana yesterday or the day before, they make warm potato salad, and they told me that a woman from Germany came over and said, "You Americans, you're warming up the German potato salad. It's supposed to be cold." And I said, "Well, it is supposed to be cold. As far as I know, my German mother never warmed it up."
Also, I never had it warm, and I will not.
Klaus, would you say the months of the year in German?
Januar, Februar, März, April, Mai, Juni, Juli, August, September, October, November, December.
So, Klaus, please tell us what you had to do to go to school, what schooling you had to take in Germany to learn to do this job.
Also it's a training school, and it's a mix it's a combination out of on-site practice and then also theoretical, that you have to go to school for at least 1 day a week. And this goes over a period of 2.5 to 3.5 years. It just depends on the individual then, and also the school degree you had before. But you have to do this in each other profession also. If you're a shoemaker, if you're a carpenter, if you go even to the bank, you will have to go through apprenticeship.
I just realized something. You actually make what we're looking at. Is that correct?
Yeah, and we make everything here on site. We pick the meats, we get the spices in, we mix them, we blend them, putting into the dough then into casings, and then just depends then on the product. Either way they are only cooked or they are smoked and cooked, or some of them they stay also raw.
So those people out there driving by don't know what they're missing, do they? I mean, I never knew that you had to go to school for this, and I didn't realize somebody makes this stuff. You make it.
Yeah, and this is what you learn there. And then after your apprenticeship time, this is then actually the time when you start learning how to make it to your specification. And you find out, this is then the learning process afterwards.
What am I looking at, those brown strips there?
Those are called Landjäger. Over here we call them jerky. It's all beef products, and it's a sausage. It's like a snack, and you can take it when you walk, take it and put it in your pocket and eat it like that.
Well, then I'll just buy one of them before I leave, and the students can watch me eat it.
Okay, sounds good. I hope you enjoy them.
Thanks for having us into your store. And also, how do you say thank you and you're welcome?
Dankeschön. And actually, we don't say you're welcome. There's no, or if, then we would say gern geschehen.
What's that mean?
It means like we did it with pleasure.
Yeah, well, you're right. In Spanish, we don't say you're welcome. We say, it's kind of like saying, that was nothing. Muchas gracias por hablar con nosotros.
Gern geschehen.